My wife kept insisting women don't need male validation. So eventually, I validated her single status point 6 months after joining a women's empowerment circle. Every conversation transformed into a speech about female autonomy. Women don't need male approval anymore, she repeated for the 10th time that week. While secretly waiting for my reaction, I'd return home from work and casually ask how her day went. Women don't need men's opinions for anything. She'd fire back without even lifting her eyes from her phone. One evening, I suggested repainting our dull living room. She instantly shut me down. I don't need male input on decorating decisions. I already ordered the paint. Bright purple. When I complimented her new haircut, she lectured me about how women don't style themselves for male attention when I carried groceries. Inside, apparently, I was supporting outdated gender roles. If she truly didn't care about my validation, why was she constantly trying to provoke a response? Then came the spending spree. Nearly $3,000 vanished in a single month. Got a luxury laptop, pricey online seminars, a spa retreat with her empowerment group. When the credit card statement arrived and I raised an eyebrow, she exploded. So now you think you can police my spending? Because you're a man? Women don't need male validation for financial choices. I nodded calmly. You're absolutely right. Independent women make independent financial decisions, and they cover their own expenses too. Her expression instantly froze. That's not what I meant. We're married. We split responsibilities. We split responsibilities we both agree on, I replied. Since you don't need male validation for your choices, I assumed you wouldn't need male funding either. She stared at me speechless. Apparently that line wasn't included in her empowerment workshop, but instead of reflecting, she doubled down. A few days later, I walked into our bedroom and barely recognized it. Furniture rearranged. New decorations everywhere. I don't need male feedback on interior design, she announced proudly. Then she canceled weekend plans with my brother without even mentioning it to me. I don't need permission to organize my own schedule. The final straw came during my brother's birthday dinner. My sister-in-law casually mentioned how she and my brother always discuss major decisions together, and my wife laughed loudly. That's so outdated. Women don't need male approval for their choices anymore. The entire table fell silent. Then she pointed directly at me. He thinks he deserves a say in how I spend money and what furniture I buy. Classic controlling behavior. I slowly set down my drink. You're absolutely correct, I said calmly. Women definitely don't need male validation, which is exactly why I removed you from all our joint accounts this morning. Her face lost all color. You can't what? Make a unilateral financial decision. I interrupted. That's exactly what you did when you drained our savings without discussion. She glanced around the room desperately, but nobody defended her because everyone had just watched her preach independence while expecting me to remain the safety net. You're being cruel, she whispered. No, I replied evenly. I'm being consistent. For 6 months you publicly declared you didn't need me. Tonight you humiliated me in front of my family. So now you finally get the opportunity to prove how independent you truly are. Then I walked out. Over the next 3 weeks, reality hit harder than any empowerment slogan ever could. The mortgage payment bounced. Late notices piled up. Insurance companies didn't care about political speeches or feminist catchphrases. Managing an entire household alone turned out to be far more difficult than posting motivational quotes online. Suddenly she became softer. She cooked elaborate dinners, started asking about my day again. Eventually, one night, she admitted the truth. I can't handle the mortgage payment by myself. I looked at her quietly. Have you considered getting a roommate? Independent adults often share expenses. Tears filled her eyes. This is our house. Our house, I corrected, that you can't afford your half of. A week later, exhausted and emotionally drained, she finally broke down. I was wrong about everything. Independence isn't about rejecting support. I thought proving I didn't need you would make me stronger, but it only made me isolated. Without saying a word, I pulled divorce papers from my desk drawer and placed them in front of her. You can sign these, I said calmly. Complete independence. No male validation. No male support. No male interference. Her hands trembled as she stared at the papers. You're divorcing me? I'm giving you a choice, I answered. Complete independence. Or prove you finally understand what partnership really means. Not through speeches, through actions. She slowly picked up the papers, then quietly placed them back down. I don't want this, she whispered. I want to rebuild what I destroyed.